we've started.
Live from the tablecloth. It's the show about Iron Maiden. I'm Pete. This is
Dickhead.
Dickhead today. And the guy with the crazy amount of big dick energy.
Fuck off.
I mean, it just... You know, it's
oozes
either
out of my pores.
puts men in fear of their life, and it makes women horny. This is
Swift Jesus.
yeah. He's got the biggest penis in the room. I'm sure of it. Oh, sorry. Okay, as whoever may have watched or listened or perused through and vomited while they listened to us. We went to the Maiden show last week.
No.
Or 2 days ago.
The other day.
Fucking.
Oh, if you don't count the
We
weekends,
talked
it was last
about it
week.
last
Then
week.
yeah, it was last week.
It was last week, damn it. It was last Thursday.
2 days ago.
A couple days ago. And to be honest with you, to be very honest with you, Maiden was a shit. They did not disappoint, not whatsoever.
I thought it was better than the Book of Souls.
Yeah. And that was, we caught the end of Book of Souls, which they were starting to do, and they said it, that they were doing something new, and they were going through the years. So it was like the Legacy Tour, which came afterwards, what they did. So they played a few Book of Souls, and they went through the years, which was awesome. They did it this time, too. They went through the years. They played a lot of music that I haven't heard in a Maiden concert. Well, of course you haven't heard. This is your first Maiden concert.
Mm-hmm. Popped the cherry.
Popped your cherry on that one.
Finally. After being like my gateway band 21 years ago, when I was, 11, 12 years old. That's what got me into metal was Maiden. I finally got to see them live after all the excuses of every time they come around, oh, it's too far, oh, I can't afford tickets. No, I bit the bullet this time.
Oh, yeah.
I sucked it up. Out of all the other fucking bands I've seen.
Yeah. But it wasn't that expensive anyway to go.
Not by comparison to what other bands have been.
No, yeah, not what, I mean, you're going to go see fucking Journey for how much?
I'm not.
$100.
Well, I mean, it's $100 fucking dollars to go see Journey. Yeah, fuck
thanks.
no. Fuck no.
Journey that
And
hasn't had a career.
It was packed house.
Yeah.
When you could pay, $80 for, VIP to meet Overkill or Exodus or somebody.
Yeah, that's cool. But right now, Iron Maiden's like Metallica, although Metallica has gotten fucking ridiculous with their ticket prices.
Oh, yeah.
And Maiden has said a few times about they're not going to go for the $200 and $300 fucking tickets and nosebleeds,
No.
I think everybody should, be able to go see their shows. But, yeah.
No, but if you want, closer seats, you're going to be paying the big bucks.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And next time around, I am paying the big bucks because
we'll pay
I
the
want to be
big
closer.
Everybody down in that pit had to
just-
have paid a lot of money.
At the, time when I bought the tickets, I just didn't have the money to fucking lay out on, $200 a ticket, for
The whole
4
family,
tickets.
yeah.
So, it's $200 plus, after, Ticketmaster's got their finger up your ass for another $50, $60 fucking dollars per ticket.
Yeah, people aren't really so happy about them.
Yeah, it's just motherfucker, man.
Now it's time to try to see if we can get to Scotland and watch them.
Yeah, I want to go to Scotland and see Maiden in their own. I said I didn't want to go, but I do want to see them in their own element,
Their own habitat.
their own habitat.
Well, I mean, there's some in Leeds and
London, yeah, but I don't want to be in
London
London.
and stuff. But he wants to go to Scotland.
I want to
which
be.
is, I'm good with.
I want to be. I want to fly into Edinburgh and you can go into England and shit. And I just don't want to be in England.
Well,
I'll go
technically,
visit the place, but I just don't want to be.
Technically, you are in England.
Well, yeah.
You're in United Kingdom.
Same difference.
But no, I hear it's packed, and I'm sure it's nice to visit, and I hear it's very expensive in England.
Oh, it is.
So I'm not willing to fucking shell out that kind of cash to go
Let's drive.
for a bunch of people that think they know how to run our show. Hey, you tried once. We beat your ass and sent you packing.
Yeah.
So unless you want us, no, I'm just kidding. I'm very proud of England there, Brexit. I'm very proud. Hats off to you guys and all the patriots.
Claiming
over there.
independence.
Yeah. Claiming your independence again from Germany, no less.
Again?
Yeah. Well, you know they beat Germany in World War II only to get defeated. You know, for the European Union.
In the game of politics. Yeah.
In the game of politics.
Although, I will say I'm also happy that the British citizens have raised enough stink to demand a change in the energy policies.
Oh, shit, yeah.
They still just banned fracking.
Yeah.
They turned it around. Truss turned it over and said, no, we're going to frack. And then the new prime minister came in and said no fracking.
Yep.
Well, you know, they'll get fucking booted out eventually.
Or pulled out by their hair.
Or they'll fucking retire in 30 days. I don't think they really know how to run a free country, as we're starting to lose that too with what's going on. Although we're gaining it back with, you know, Americans that really want to vote for their freedom. And, you know, I suggest you vote for
We're
your
gaining
freedom.
it back because Elon just bought Twitter.
Well, yeah.
Well, that doesn't help.
Yeah,
That
now,
helps gain back
the
your
libtards
boys.
can cancel themselves.
Yeah.
Cancel culture can cancel themselves now.
There was a rally for some trans thing of trans people or trans women are women.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't fuck
a
you.
feminist women's rights fucking
I wouldn't fuck a trans
parade
woman.
came through and says trans women are not women. So they were fighting each other.
Well, you know.
The monster is eating itself.
Yeah, the
There you
monster
go.
is eating itself. Well, they do eat their own, so.
The snake will eat itself.
I've never seen two different rallies go at it before. That was pretty funny though.
But with that, you know, it is what it
It was
is.
a great concert.
You got they let it go.
Yeah,
So,
it was.
Yes, the concert was awesome, except for Without Reason. There was
Without
no reason.
Without reason.
Without temptation.
Yeah, without temptation.
Or
with-
I'm sorry, no, within
I know, it's-
temptation.
You already forgot their name. That's how bad
Holy crap.
they were,
No,
right?
I'm trying to make a spin on their fucking name. You know,
Within-
they played Without Reason. I've heard them before. They're not half bad.
The production was
The
not.
production was total shit.
So I looked them up, like just to see where they were from and how long they've been around. So I guess
I think they're Ukrainian.
they're from the Netherlands.
Oh, is that where
from
they
the
are?
Netherlands.
They're like gothic metal,
Mm-hmm.
progressive metal shit.
Yeah, they're. Yeah, what did you think? Besides
Not my cup of tea.
being the music was so high and pitchy, it was so distorted by the time it got to us. I mean, it was a disaster. You can only hear two instruments play and her screaming.
Yeah, you pretty much
It was
just
off.
heard the
And there
drums
was like
and the guitar.
I don't remember hardly any guitar leads in the
No,
only
it was drums and keyboard.
in the leads
Keyboard
that
was really
that
blaring.
they did play were like mediocre at best. I was expecting
Yeah.
some like some serious like fast neoclassical shred with the way she was singing and having keyboards and shit. But no, that was
Well, that's
I
what
was-
scared me. I know. Well, it's the engineer's fault. Number one, and I'm sure they could have sounded a little better, like a lot better, like 1,000 times better. But I want to tell you, it's a night and day difference. And you know it. I was fucking worried that Iron Maiden was gonna sound like that, but they came on and they sounded so fucking good. The production was so good on there.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to a show, you lose aspects on an album.
Mhm.
I think they add extra shit, extra instrumentation, extra music to some of the songs, because there is more shit you hear in certain songs than you ever have before. I don't hear them on the album.
Well, there's like the other thing too is like a lot of live bands too, especially if you see them in like an indoor venue. I think it's something to do with just the acoustics and shit. Is you can't really hear the singer, you
Right.
can't really hear the leads, like the
Right.
guitar leads. You can hear the fucking bass and the drums because they're the loudest fucking instrument on the stage. But it's hard to hear the leads. It's hard to hear the vocalists through a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
But fucking when we saw Maiden, you could hear Bruce Dickinson
Yeah.
clear as day. You could hear all the fucking leads clear as day. You could hear the fucking, like, the bass, Steve
the
Harris
drums,
fucking
everything.
pound through the drums. Like, higher volume, but
You
still,
hear the-
clean.
Yeah, you can hear the keyboard. And yes, people, Iron Maiden has a keyboardist. You can hear, and not just the keyboard, you can hear something else going on in the background with added, synthesized.
Added
music.
tracks
It's
or whatever.
almost like they had two keyboardists or something. But it was
So
extra.
the keyboardist must have been in the back.
Yeah, they
there's
don't
the
come up on
keyboardist is
front.
in the back.
It's like, who else sounds really good live is Sabaton. Very clean. Obituary sounds really good live. Even in an indoor, smaller venue, they sound really good.
Smacker.
Slayer's a little choppy. But
Yeah.
I still love seeing Slayer live because, like Maiden, they put on a really good show with the pyrotechnics and shit. But, yeah. other than
Yeah,
that-
it's just when it came to Within Temptation, it was the engineers didn't seem to be anywhere near as good as Maiden's engineers.
Well, I mean, you're
Obviously.
talking an A versus a D list. Fucking
Yeah. And I'm guessing they haven't,
yeah.
because the band's been around for, as they said, over 25 years, and I'm guessing they only recently got a hold of some of the equipment necessary to put on shows like that.
Right.
Well, I like, too, that Iron Maiden kind of, recruits, more of an underdog band
Yeah,
as
Right.
their opener.
giving a little guy a shot. It
He's
is
doing that now, but,
respectful.
Like, when we first went to see Maiden, our first concert,
It was Ghost.
no, us, it was.
Oh, it was
Rob
fucking
Halford and Motorhead.
Halford and Motorhead. It was basically Judas Priest and Motorhead. It was
That
like
Yeah,
is
the three
awesome.
biggest bands of that era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so
fucking
it was
awesome.
Yeah.
way
Nice.
different. And then when we saw them the second time, it was Ghost, and they were pretty good.
Yeah,
like
it was before all the
It was before Ghost went weird.
yeah.
So
I gave Ghost a chance. I listened to all, like,
right,
bits of all their, like, different eras of shit, and I can't get into them.
right.
I don't get why a lot of people think they're so fucking good, because I don't think they are.
But if it's Michael McKinney is the keyboardist. He's also Steve Harris's bass technician.
Okay.
If that was him that added all that, motherfucker, man, it was good. It was just like little things. It was a show. I mean, it's more than a concert. It's a fucking show. You're there to be, eye and ear fucked completely.
Hey, you got,
But
Bruce
that-
Dickinson sword fighting, fencing
Yeah.
with fucking giant Eddie and shit.
And
But
that's
how much fun do they have? I mean, you
Oh.
saw Janik, you saw him running
Yeah.
all over that fucking stage,
Yeah, and they're like
flipping
old as
his
fuck.
guitar
Yeah.
around the whole time.
Yeah.
He had a flippin' blast.
They all did. I mean,
I-
Nico doesn't even look like he breaks a sweat.
I know.
no, he gets
But
off
he's like
those
65
drums and
years
he's just
old.
strutting around. He
Well-
doesn't nothing like.
What's funny is we saw him at the at his thing
The Haven, yeah.
at the Haven, and
Yeah.
And
I saw him at
with his ribs.
Rock and Roll Ribs. But when you saw him at the Haven, he had the drum kit was like a third the size or a quarter of the size,
Mm-hmm.
and with that drum kit, it was like it's effortless.
Yeah.
I'm like, he makes it look like anybody can pick up the fucking drums, and in concert, he's having fun.
He has a
doing
beast
his
of a
fucking
kit.
thing, and
Yeah.
it's a big kit.
But he
Yeah.
still doesn't look like he's breaking a sweat.
doesn't
From
look
what,
like he's-
little footage we could see because of where we were and how far. But,
Yeah.
like, just on the screen, the bits that showed him, he doesn't look like he's tired.
I really don't
Like-
like how they had him inside that area.
Yeah, all
I think
all
if
closed off.
anything,
Enclosed.
he should have been hoisted up. Some,
Yeah, raised
you
up a
know?
little.
But
That-
then
that
when
would've been
Bruce was doing his thing, though, behind him, you probably couldn't see Bruce doing his theatrical stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably why they put him there. I don't
Fear
know.
of the Dark was good. I like that. He came
Oh.
out with the lantern.
And the mask.
And the
So
mask.
good.
Yeah.
And John and I are sitting there fucking, yeah. He shines up the light, and then we're like, yeah, and then he shines it back up.
It's like, I swear to God, he pointed at us.
I swear to God, it looked like he was pointing in our
Yeah.
direction. I can't say he was pointing at us, but I think we were like the only ones that are like.
But I saw him.
Yeah.
I saw him though in like
You
a
know?
documentary, Bruce Dickinson,
Yeah.
and like a metal documentary, talking about how he could he enjoys just pointing at somebody like way in the back, saying, "Yeah, you, yeah, I'm pointing at you, and watching everybody go, what?
Yeah.
Everybody points that way, the fuck way. Like, he actually acknowledged me?
Right.
That's
But-
awesome.
I think everything, the whole performance was like,
Yeah.
Just said it was better than Book of Souls. I want to say over the years, the shows have gotten more showier.
Yeah.
And
So-
you haven't lost any
no.
of the music.
So the last Legacy of the Beast tour that came through, the one that like I was gonna go to, and then I just had this whatever
Wish you
bullshit
would've, yeah.
excuse to not go.
You'll never make that
Er-
mistake again, will you?
yeah, everybody, you know, whatever like the first go around of the Legacy of the Beast tour was, everybody said that was the greatest concert they've ever been to. It was a Legacy of the Beast tour with Maiden.
This was definitely the best concert I've been to so far.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's saying a lot because John's seen a lot of shows. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of
Like,
fucking
there's a
concerts.
difference between a concert
and a show.
and a show, and we've had this discussion. Like,
Sabaton puts on a show.
Sabaton
You
puts
know?
on a show.
Judas Priest puts on a show.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, you can say they kind of put on a show. Rob Zombie puts on a show.
Rob Zombie puts on a show.
Ozzy Osbourne
No.
has a concert.
He
He
has a
stands
concert.
up there and sings. He does his thing.
Overkill.
Not really a show.
Overkill has a concert, but it's the way that they present themselves. It's the way it's their stage
Yeah.
presence. It's their attitude. It's hard to explain, but that's why Overkill has always been my favorite band to see in concert, just because it's, you know, I say concert because it's a concert.
Right. Yeah.
Because they're just so fucking in
Well,
your
we can
face,
go. I
balls
go
to
with
the
that.
wall.
That's
You know,
it's a concert. Yeah.
they're my favorite band to see live, and you know they're also you know musicians too that like to interact with the crowd, like, you know,
Yeah.
point like, hey you, yeah you, you know, their guitar player Derek does that shit all the time with everybody.
Yeah.
He's so fucking cool. But
There are a couple bands that do that. Not a lot, but there are a couple of them.
Slayer puts on a show.
Yeah,
I mean,
Slayer has a
they're
show.
you know they're done. They're retired. You know, who knows? They might
Gwar
have
has a
reunion.
show.
Yeah, Gwar has a show. Never seen
Good.
Gwar, but I know they
Yeah,
have a
we
show.
got a show.
Or as a show, yeah. But, you know, you're right. Concert, you know, I'll call it a concert instead of, you know. But that's Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Overkill for the most part.
The Bass Strikes Back was a concert.
It's a concert.
What a great
And
fucking concert.
These are like,
Yeah.
there's so much extra.
There's
and it's,
nothing bad with a concert.
no, concerts are awesome.
Concerts are great.
But the problem with the show, and this is the biggest fucking problem with the show, you go in there, you sit down, or you stand up, or you do your thing, it's over like that. 2.5 hours gone. You're like, what the fuck happened at the time? Because you're at there, like, they're already
You're
done.
mesmerized.
And
Well,
it's been like
and
3 fucking hours. You're like, holy shit,
And
man.
some of it, they've got so many good songs that you're gonna not hear.
That you want to hear. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, the only thing I wish differently was I wish I could have heard songs like Can I Play With Madness? You know, I wish I could have heard more shit off
2
Seventh Son.
minutes,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
More. I could have wished I heard more shit
And I
off Power Slave, you know. But
And I think that's where they're going with all these legacy tours and trying to and every legacy tour, like the Book of Souls, the end of Book of Souls was like the new legacy, and these were all songs throughout the time running free and all that. They're not caught somewhere in time, but wasted years and a
Oh
few,
yeah.
and you know songs up through the years that they were playing that you wouldn't normally hear.
The Evil That Men Do, I kind of wish they played that one. I
Right.
really like that one.
I didn't hear Southern.
Or did they
I've
play
never
it? I
heard
don't know. I
Southern
don't remember.
Cross until this show.
Which album is that off of? I can't remember.
Wouldn't it the Blaze Bailey albums?
Oh, maybe it was.
Yeah,
Like Virtual 13 or something?
something like that. But
The Klansman is a Blaze Bailey.
Blaze,
Yeah.
that's Blood Brothers was another that.
I wasn't
cannot
expecting
get
to hear that.
out of my head. That song,
Which one?
Blood Brothers.
Oh,
Oh,
Blood
but
Brothers?
it's the
It's
two songs that is always it's
I,
Klansman and Blood Brothers that you know that is a constant freedom, and then we're Blood Brothers, and it's all about
so all that song has been Blood Brothers for me and Aces High. Those are the 2 songs that have just stuck in my mind.
I've had Aces High, Run to the Hills, and Trooper in my head. Oh, and Writing on the Wall.
But those are two songs that are pretty fucking deep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
So
and
I-
they're very
Maiden too is one of them bands next to Exodus that will perform like a decent handful of songs on occasion, without like say Bruce Dickinson's era. Mm-hmm. So they played Blaze Bayley, they played Paul Di'Anno, Exodus, same thing. Of course, play a lot of shit off Bonded by Blood. But they'll also play like the Rob Duke era stuff, with Steve Zetro as the returning frontman. I like that shit. Like, we're not gonna play it just because a lot of bands are like, we're not gonna play it because the fucking frontman wasn't part of that era.
So, and another thing when it comes to, in particular, Iron Maiden, but Bruce in particular, he said, tonight it doesn't matter who you are, we're all the Iron Maiden family. Yeah. But you could tell that when he said that, he wholeheartedly means that.
Oh yeah, he means that.
There's no just doing it for the show. He's like, he really believes in what he's saying, which is not something you get very often.
Right. Well, you can tell too that they have passion in what they do.
Yeah.
Still, after
they're not
years.
They're not a bunch of for their age, they're not a bunch of fucking burnouts. They didn't do all the fucking drugs and the drinking like a lot of their peers did.
I mean, Bruce Dickinson's been with them for 41 years.
Yeah.
Not to mention Bruce.
He beat cancer.
Absolutely loves it.
But Bruce really started taking care of himself after he beat cancer. Mm-hmm. That's when he was like,
But I mean, his entire career with Maiden, though, he's always like been balls to the wall, fucking high energy on stage. Yeah. I mean, since his debut with Number of the Beast and shit.
He definitely does not want to waste any little bit of his life.
Steve Harris, too, is as physically demanding as his fucking bass style of playing is. For his age, running around that fucking stage, hammering the bass the way he does. I'm like,
oh my god.
Look, he doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat either.
It always impresses me.
He makes it look so fucking easy.
It always impresses me because bass guitar gets always drowned out by lead.
Yeah, but
his bass is so
tone,
punchy.
His tone, it punches through the fucking double bass of the drums and shit. And
it's like the whole time you could hear the bass like, I'm not leaving, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, it sounds like a fucking, like I was saying, their quality, it sounds like listening to a fucking studio album, seeing them live, like the quality. Just, like I said, Obituary is the same way, You saw Obituary, their quality is really fucking good. Sabaton's the same way.
Yeah, and other than, like he says, other than the added stuff, if they were to play in concert or play in a studio, you wouldn't really hear any quality shift.
Other than the...
Exactly.
Just the echo of the venue. That's it. That's all you...
The people. And, I am going to say something about this. Hellcat,
Brewdog?
You taste like a cat's butthole.
Tastes like a grapefruit squeezed into a cat's ass crack, poured into a glass. I love Iron Maiden.
Trooper.
But you just don't love
I
IPA.
Like Trooper beer. Mm. Fear of the Dark is, not for me. The bottles, all that. This is like, if you like IPAs,
it's up your alley.
With grapefruit juice in it. That's pretty much what it
is. It wasn't the worst IPA I've ever had.
No,
I could tolerate it. I'd drink another one if somebody said, "Here, you want one?" I'll say sure, but it's not. Yeah. IPAs aren't my go-to, beer.
And we have one of our best friends works for the company.
Yeah.
He's like their.
He was supposed to send out.
Well, I was supposed to pick some up. He can't send them out because you can't.
No, with you.
Yeah, I was supposed to pick them up, and I didn't.
So was it just Hellcat, or was there anything else?
I don't remember.
I wouldn't just hand them out. I would say, hey, you want an Iron Maiden beer?
I would still want though, like one, an unopened can to keep with my Maiden beer collection, my metal beer collection, because I got Megadeth beer, fucking Pantera beer.
Yeah.
Now.
You have the Slayer beer.
I got the Slayer beer. Yeah.
And the other thing, as you guys can see below on the bottom of the screen, the merch. 2 shirts on the right are the shirts we got at the concert. For a band as big as they are, not as expensive as I've seen other merch.
I wore mine too.
Granted, the
that's
shirts
a brand new
were,
one. That's one from the concert.
This one was so fucking brutal looking. I was like, I gotta buy this one.
The shirts were what, about $50
Fucking
a pop.
Satan Eddie, Demon Eddie.
Yeah, which was awesome. They had took up the whole backstage.
And the stained glass of all the album covers.
Yeah.
Trooper, Seventh Son, Power Slave.
I think when we went to Black Sabbath, I think Black Sabbath were stupid high prices for their shirts and shit.
Yeah, it was like $75.
$50 is the most this show was the most I paid for a t-shirt, $50.
Yeah.
Slayer was probably the second. Theirs were like $40.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying $50
expensive.
is cheap or anything like that.
No.
But I'm saying when you're comparing it to some other merch, some other bands.
But to be honest with you, you can buy it cheaper online.
Yeah.
Directly from them.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the merch though is how they make the majority of their money when they're on tour. That's their fucking road money.
Well, not the 40,000 people that showed up.
1,000 people.
12,000 people.
It was 12,000 people at that venue.
Whatever.
It seemed like there would have been more.
No, that's what they said on it.
You sure?
Seemed like
I got it off of Iron Maiden.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it just because that was the
There's a lot of
Tampa
people.
the Tampa Lightning fucking stadium and the whole place was filled. It just seems like
Yeah.
it would hold more than that, but
It was
so
full.
be it.
Well, it's because they didn't fill up like a quarter of it because it was behind the stage.
I guess I suck at math. I don't know.
I don't know.
My
That's all
perception
that
of seeing so many people, just it
was
just
a lot of
seemed
people.
Like, yeah,
12,000
is a lot of people.
It is.
12,500 is a
Yeah.
lot.
but from where we were sitting though too, because we were like very high up, just looking down at fucking
Yeah,
everybody.
we were high.
It seemed like
I don't want to be at that high again. when
No,
we see
but I was glad we were right where we were at. If you're going to be high, you got to be right there.
Absolutely.
You can't be over any farther.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
any
and-
farther.
way in the back from the front of the stage.
No.
Yeah.
Well, what was really cool is you could kind of get a backstage look at everything
Let's see what
because you
everybody's
could
doing
see
backstage.
past where all the people were working, at least from my seat.
Yeah, no, you could see what was going on behind the curtain.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Even when the guy fell catching the flag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
See,
Everybody
wow.
freaked out when Number of the Beast hit.
Yeah. Number of the Beast, yeah. That was
And-
Revelations. They played fucking, I've never heard that in concert.
I don't know if you heard him, but there was a kid behind us. Oh, please Number of the Beast next. Please Number of the Beast next. And all of a sudden it fucking hit. He was so excited. He was freaking out.
Run to the Hills.
And
I
you know
remember
what I
that, yeah.
really liked is that you saw parents bringing their young kids
Yeah.
there.
It was
I
a
saw
lot.
kids like Abby's age there.
There
They
were
were
a lot
like
more
in class.
kids. There were a lot more kids and teenagers than there were in Book of Souls.
Oh yeah. There was this one little girl. She was probably like 6 in a princess dress walking
Yep.
up the stairs.
That is
I was
cool.
like, that's
That's
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah, I'm glad people bring out their kids and, all that good shit.
Man, you gotta, break them into, the good stuff while they're still young before they discover,
Got to teach
shit
them young.
like fucking rap.
Yeah. Teach them young.
Teach them young. But yeah, without temptation,
Without
I definitely, not my cup
Trying to
of
get the
tea.
name wrong.
It's, yeah.
Well,
Well,
but
I think the thing is if you're you should do a sound check and have people go in different parts of the stadium and actually have a real fucking sound check.
yeah.
Play a song while people are listening up there and like, hey man, we sound like shit up here because you're fucking piercing our ears.
Yeah. I think I think she could also work on her voice. Her enunciation's not great, but the sound quality was just not
I honestly feel that because we got to see Without Temptation,
within Temptation.
yeah, whatever. We were fucked out of seeing Trivium because Trivium was playing with them earlier.
Oh,
I would have liked to have seen Trivium.
Yeah, I thought Trivium was opening for him.
Yeah, I would
I
have liked to have
forgot.
seen
I
that.
forgot Trivium was supposed to.
And I'm not even into Trivium, but I still would have rather seen Trivium than.
Yeah,
other
no,
fucking band.
I would have been interesting to see Trivium.
Oh no!
Oh, there goes the shirt. That's
Oh,
almost like
no.
dropping the American flag.
Now we gotta burn it, right? Touch
Nope.
the floor.
I gotta
Yeah,
burn it.
fucking burn that shirt.
When it gets ragged, you gotta burn it, right?
No.
No. That's when you
Hang
fucking
you
cut
just
it,
start hanging them up on the wall.
or that's when you cut the front of it out and you make a fucking battle vest with it.
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
you
go.
do. Yeah. So I'm gonna start hanging some of these shirts up because I have a Blaze Bailey shirt. I'm gonna hang that up backwards, or is that forwards? I don't know. The Blaze Bailey, and I also have.
You can get like one of those plexiglass, like big ass plexiglass frames and stuff them all in there.
Yeah. And I have
Or
a
like
Brave New
shadow
World.
box.
Yeah.
Brave New World fucking shirt. So.
I just realized on my shirt there's a nuke going off in the background.
Yeah, that's the one where they've nuked the
The
nuked
UN?
building.
UN.
I thought the building was just destroyed. I didn't see the
No,
nuke
they
in the
nuked
back.
the UN. That's probably part of the writing on the wall thing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh,
sure.
yeah, there was an atom bomb in that music video, huh?
Yeah.
Not to mention just every world leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of people sing along, and
Oh yeah.
it was a
Well,
good
especially
solid
when they
time.
got to their older stuff, everybody started singing because Number of the Beast. Everybody started singing.
Fear of the Dark, everybody hums the riff.
Yeah,
Huh.
that was everybody went crazy for Aces High too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you got to see the fucking Spitfire. That's cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's not much to say. We pretty much said it all.
It's a Maiden show, and you're just get a natural high from
Yeah.
watching them.
Get a good hit of dopamine.
Mm-hmm. The excitement.
I was drawing comparisons between the Book of Souls in 2017 to this one. There was a lot more outfit changes. There was a lot more props and all that stuff on this one. As well as during the fight with Eddie, because he did that back then too.
Yeah, with a fucking musket, actually, like, explosions going off on
that
him.
that didn't happen last time. Last time he ripped Eddie's heart out of his chest, which was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
there was a lot more props, a lot more outfits for this one.
Oh yeah.
It seemed
By
like
far.
Bruce was always running off stage, and it was almost like, well, obviously they timed it for a certain thing, but it's almost like everybody went crazy like right after Bruce left. Then the rest of the band's fucking running around the stage and interacting with the audience.
So, lest anybody, are watching, if anybody's watching, or if anybody wants to watch, we will not be doing a show on the 19th of this month.
Oh, Amon Marth.
We are going to be watching
Oh,
Amon
yeah.
Amarth on the 19th of November. So we're trying to
Yeah,
go
3
to
weeks.
shows and, do
Did
some
you already
shit.
take time off?
I took time off for that.
Jesus, you're taking too much time off.
So,
Can't have fucking vacation.
You're the
now?
one.
What's fucking
Oh,
wrong with you?
Jesus.
Yeah, so November 19th, I guess I'm having too many fucking days off. Even though I'm working a heavier work week lately.
So, you're off Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right?
Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Wednesdays and Thursdays. So, Tuesday, May 16th, Halloween is going to be in St. Petersburg.
Who's that?
Could I
Halloween? You don't know who Halloween is?
Halloween is like one of the original
Fucking power metal bands from
bands.
Germany.
Never. I don't know.
Or who are they playing with?
So just said special guests. They have been touring with Hammerfall, but
Ooh.
if you like Maiden, you'll like fucking Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You
We'll have to show you.
I mean, I might have. heard
Halloween's.
them.
Yeah,
I'm
you've
not
heard them
saying that.
before.
Like
Halloween's
the Keeper of the Seven Keys, 1 and 2, those albums.
St. Petersburg is a ways away, though.
St. Pete's is about as far as
Tampa.
Tampa.
I don't know.
Janice Landing though is an awesome fucking venue though.
So what time? What time are they playing that day?
Let's see.
I'm just seeing if I can make it off work, get off work,
And
drive
then just
out there.
bail. I can drive.
I drive out there and then because if it's
6
on-
p.m.
6?
No. We'd never get out there in enough time.
No.
You have to take that day off or
It'd be
take off early or.
It'd be.
It'd have to be an early
I'd probably
day.
get an hour off early, and because if it starts at 6, it
Will
means
they let you start early?
I mean,
He
no,
goes in
nobody's
early
there
as it is.
I already come in early. I'll have to find out. It doesn't matter if that's my extra day anyway that I tell them I work, but I can tell them, hey, I'm gonna take an hour off. We can make it out there in enough time to see
already
it.
gonna make it 8 hours anyway, right?
I was gonna start doing 8 hours every week. On Tuesday.
So then, if you got home at 2,
Oh,
8:30,
then
you're-
we would be fine.
You're gonna start doing 8 hours instead of 10 hours on Tuesdays.
Just the time that they're asking for. They're just asking for more time.
Right. No, I mean this is
When is it?
the 19th.
Tuesday, May 19th.
May?
In May?
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's in May.
Yeah, it's in
Oh
May.
yeah. Well,
Okay, I'm not worried about it then.
yeah, I'm not worried about Tuesday, May 19th yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
But
it's
yeah,
like
I'll
it's
definitely-
7 months away.
I'll go to Halloween. Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
I
Well,
thought
there's
it
certain
was
things
just-
you want to see.
Start listening to their shit, you'll like them.
Yeah.
They're like Germany's Iron Maiden. They've been called that. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
They're pretty good. So, yeah, we want to go to Glasgow,
Which is in the end of June, I think.
June
say.
24th.
God, you're looking at like 6-7
Or we can go to
months.
Spain,
Spain.
Nottingham.
Or go
We can go to Nottingham and go root out Robin Hood.
As a little side note, Italy stopped all their persecution of unvaccinated.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
they're
think we're okay and
Because I'm pureblood, I'm gonna keep it that way.
They
That's why I'll never. If they say you need to get a pint of blood or you're gonna die, guess what? If it's Vax blood,
they won't use it. They're not using it.
okay, good.
So you
I'm
just shrunk
saying.
the
So
amount
they're
of
using it
donors
like
by
they're using
a
AIDS
whole
blood.
large margin.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Idiots.
That's what they were saying. They're not. Someone was saying they're not going to be able to
Yeah,
use
well,
it.
I would borrow some from one of you two knuckleheads, whoever I could fucking take off of,
Or Trish.
whoever I could bleed,
There you go.
because I am not doing no fucking.
But yeah, they hired back, or they're hiring back all the unvaccinated people that were fired, and
You know what?
aren't
This-
finding them
2 years
anymore.
too late, you scumbags,
Yeah,
You greasy
you done
fucking-
fucked up.
Better late than never.
you greasy motherfuckers.
See, and that's the thing that chaps my ass too. It's like, you know, in our country, right? Fucking the last election, you have Camel-Toe Harris and Biden saying they don't trust the fucking vaccine because they don't know what's in it. Maybe they'll consider
They weren't
thinking
gonna-
about taking it if the fucking president at the time, being Trump, fucking takes it. Then they take fucking power, and then they want to fucking demand we all take it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's up with that shit?
And then we all get cursed.
Yeah. And then we all get fucking
And then we get to
blackballed,
watch a
and
bunch
get
of
our fucking
motherfuckers
jobs
die.
threatened, and
And then it was
the fucking
it's
libtards
a
laugh at us who already
Biden
fucking, you know, suck the
vaccination.
fucking poison, you know.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. If you're already vaxxed and you're worried about me getting vaxxed, why?
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get
Where's
sick
the
from
logic
me,
behind
right?
that?
There's no logic.
If you're vaxxed, you're protected. It's like saying,
Yeah.
you know, I have an umbrella, but I'm still gonna fucking get
But
wet
with
because you don't have an umbrella.
Everything has come out with they're not. It's not.
They're,
working.
it doesn't prevent.
No, it doesn't.
No,
prevent
now
it.
they're
It
now they're
doesn't
being
even-
all
well,
fucking
we all
hush
know
hush
this.
like the fucking, you know, Homer Simpson meme of him backpedaling back inside the fucking bush.
Yeah.
So we obviously don't want to air any of this on YouTube now, do we? We're treading real
Yeah,
close to getting thrown off.
That's
fucking
okay because if
Twitch here.
Elon Musk buys YouTube, we're safe.
He's not gonna buy that one.
He
He'll
won't
buy
buy YouTube.
Twitter. Like he just
Twitter.
He
did.
bought Twitter.
I wish you could post shit like videos on Twitter like this.
Oh, full streams.
Yeah. As it is, we may have to go to Rumble and have them take all our shit. It's the only problem with going to Rumble. is
Ex
they-
Mortis.
Yeah, Ex Mortis stream raging cover of Judas Priest 1990 track metal.
Oh shit! I want to listen to that.
Yeah.
Ex Mortis is badass. I've seen them live.
Yeah. Monster Magnets Dave Windorf on touring with Metallica in the 90s. Yeah, I don't care. Avatar streams. Dance Devil announces new album for 2023. Nightwish is now on 70 tons of steel or whatever. 70 tons of fucking going on a ship.
Oh, the metal festival, but
Metal
on
festival
it's on a
on a
cruise,
cruise.
on a cruise ship. Yeah.
Cruise ship.
So
Oh, so I guess Floor Jansen successfully undergoes tumor removal surgery. We can look forward to him tap dancing in front of us again like regular carnival monkeys. Whoa, so Cannibal Corpse makes coffee now.
Oh.
It's beheading brewing and liquefy your brain.
Interesting.
All right. What else is in the news besides that awesome concert we were just watching?
Bobby Pickett.
Yeah.
Monster Mash. If you want to talk about him.
No, yeah. Watch Bobby Pickett Monster Mash, and all the facial expressions and the contortions and twitching.
And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, I'm sure you've heard the song. It's all over the radio.
Monster Mash. Late last night when I was playing with myself, I was doing what they call the Monster Mash. So John 5 joins Motley Crue for touring duties. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I like John 5. He's a bit of a diva, shall we say. You do better than Motley Crue, motherfucker. Motley Crue. Shit. Wow.
Oh, here we go.
Apparently, there are no good guitar gods. Okay. All right. What are you saying?
No, I was just gonna say, Zakk Wylde did a version of Mississippi Queen. That sounded fucking awesome.
So,
I just heard.
Apparently, there are no more guitar gods. That's the article.
Says who?
But that's not a bad thing. I want to know, who is this cocksucker?
What's your definition of a guitar god?
Yeah, what's your definite problem?
Because I could name off of a few that are still alive and breathing and fucking putting out music and touring. The 3 fucking guitar gods we saw 2 nights ago.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Fucking Gary Holt, Zakk Wylde, Kerry King.
Zakk Wylde, I hear, is just learning the Pantera stuff, and he's like, I don't
yes,
know how
Dime.
Dimebag did it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Dime is no longer with us, and he is a guitar god. Jimmy Page is still alive. Yngwie Malmsteen is a fucking guitar god. KK Downing, fucking Glenn Tipton.
I do believe Zakk Wylde. Did you?
I said Zakk
Yeah.
Wylde. Yeah.
Angus Young?
Angus Young is a guitar
Janet
god.
Gears?
Um,
That dude is one hell of an underrated guitarist.
Joan Jett. No, I'm just kidding. Because I knew that would sound your ass.
I was gonna smack you.
That was awesome. That's a great play.
That was good.
Yeah.
God damn it, Dave Mustaine, Mustard Stain,
Mustard Stain.
Kirk Hammett.
Hamlet.
Shit, I could keep fucking going. I mean,
Yeah, you can keep
what's
going.
your fucking definition of guitar god? Fucking dipshit who wrote this article. I mean, what the fuck's that supposed to mean?
Well, all right. Number one, CEO Andy Moore. Fuck you. CEO of Fender said there are no more guitar gods, and he also once said rock is dead. Just because I've been looking to pick up a Fender Aerodyne. Fuck you now. I'm not no more Fender Aerodyne for you, motherfucker. You don't need my money. And was I not seriously considering
were.
fucking Fender Aerodyne because it looked like everything I fucking wanted.
Is that what Steve Harris
What-
plays?
No. Steve Harris plays just a regular Fender jazz bass.
Oh.
Or no, PJ.
Mm.
No. Yeah, PJ. Precision jazz. Not the jazz. But the Aerodyne is no, he plays a precision bass. An Aerodyne I wanted was a PJ, precision jazz, which means it has the 2 pickups and then the 1 bar pickup at the bottom.
Mm.
And the jazz pickup is the 1 bar at the bottom. And the precision is the 2 pickups. But anyway, good God, my back itches. He says there are no more rock gods, so obviously we don't need to buy any more guitars from fucking Fender.
So wait, he did he say guitar gods or rock gods?
Guitar gods.
Oh, I just saw Eric Clapton's name in there. So they're not gods anymore because I don't understand what the fuck he's talking about.
Alright, like Stevie Ray Vaughan or any of these motherfuckers.
Why? Because they're dead?
At the dawn of electric guitar, a lot of growth is from people who wanted to be guitar heroes, virtuoso players.
Virtuoso.
Virtuoso.
I mean, do you know?
Thank you.
Does this dude
Players
have?
like Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, or Jimi Hendrix.
Okay, but does this dude have any idea too of like all the new fucking like technical shit that's coming out with like all these fucking technical death metal bands, all these like super fucking like powerful, you know, fucking neoclassical shred fucking power metal bands and shit. Like, I mean,
even Jimmy Page, thank you, Belle. Jimmy Page for the time was not a guitar god.
Go away.
And anybody, you know, this is my humble opinion. I'm not humble. But this is my opinion. I don't think Jimmy Page was all that fucking great compared to a lot of the people at the time. Tony Iommi.
Angus Young.
I mean, any of these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, you know, because Led Zeppelin is great. I love them. But
they're good.
They didn't invent, you know, blues rock, which is basically what they are.
Right,
you know?
right.
Most classic rock is blues rock. AC/DC's blues rock, especially the older shit.
And then turn around, and he came out at the same time Iron Maiden, or they came out around when Iron Maiden and all these other motherfuckers were out too. Already doing heavier, harder,
Judas Priest,
more technical shit. Nah. Judas Priest.
Black Sabbath too, not to mention.
Sabbath, I mean,
considered definitely, you know, considered jazz, blues rock in their earlier shit, but they took it to, you know, they basically invented doom metal.
Right. And then you have
making it very sinister sounding, very evil sounding.
Even Brian May from Queen is fucking leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Better than Jimmy fucking Page.
And the only ones from that older era that could probably keep up with all the technicalities that there are now is probably Jimi Hendrix.
Well,
all
there
those
are a lot of guys
though,
nowadays that are. I mean, fuck, Zakk Wylde. I mean, he's like I say that name a lot, but he is.
All those bands though from back in the
Eddie
day.
Van Halen, even all bands back in the
day. But all those bands like, you know, Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and Cream, you know, and talking about Eric Clapton, we'll talk about Cream, Jimi Hendrix, you know, all of them. They were all a one guitar man band though, and so they pulled fucking leads and rhythm, and that's hard to do for the time at the time, you know, that they did that shit, you know. And then of course you got Van Halen, you know, the next fucking guitar god who did the same thing. You know, was the only guitar player, therefore he pulled rhythm and lead. Same with Randy Rhoads, and then fucking Zakk Wylde, then Dimebag Darrell, fucking lead and rhythm. But then you had, you know, obviously, you know, you have Iron Maiden, you have Judas Priest, you know, and a lot of your thrash metal bands like Slayer and shit that do, you know, dual leads, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I loved what she said. Zakk Wylde just started learning some of Dimebag's stuff that he used to do, and he doesn't know how Dimebag did it.
Yeah,
so that's
they're two different styles.
Two different styles. So he's got to figure it out.
So yeah, Dime was a lead and rhythm player at being the only guitar player.
And he
Zakk,
did gnarly leads.
Yeah, Zakk when he started with Ozzy was the only guitar player. Therefore, he has the potential, you know, talent to pull rhythm and lead.
Yeah,
but it's also vastly different.
Right, two different styles of music. Black Label Society, he's the lead guitar player because he has a rhythm guitar player in Black Label Society.
But no, it was just, I guess it's kind of a, not that he hasn't gotten recognition before, but I've always had a weird thing of, you know, I love Dimebag, but it was who would actually be better. So, but it's kind of, I'm kind of happy to see that he's like recognizing
I don't
that,
think Dimebag was even close to being done.
This shit's fucking
with
difficult.
What he was, you know, he would have been, that he just loved music.
I still find it hilarious. He admitted to he never practiced. He just went on stage, or if they're making music, he just went and did it.
He was born with it.
It's one of those few people that were born with such an incredible talent.
I would have loved to see. Yeah, it's like we got to do an episode on like, you know, all these metal rock legends that are dead, if they were still alive,
If they could keep
what
up.
what would they be doing now? Like,
I think Hendrix would be playing with a lot of different people.
I think
He could've
Dimebag
gone
would too.
Two different ways. You could have gone the Santana way, which Santana is another phenomenal fucking player, rock player.
Still alive, still playing.
Still alive and still playing. Santana, I'll call it Santana Eric Clapton way, because or he could have gone and he could have played with many different people. He would have been playing with rappers. He would have been playing with fucking metalheads.
A lot of blues artists, I think, too.
Yeah, some blues. Or he could have been doing his own, like standard shit, like, which is nothing wrong with that. It still would be rock and roll, but it'd be a different kind, not even the same as the 60s. And
It'd be a
could
whole
have gone
other
two
animal.
different ways with him.
But see,
but then
the way he was and the way he was pioneering,
yeah.
he probably would have changed the whole look of rock
I
and
think
roll
he probably would have.
throughout the years.
Well, you know who else
When-
would have done the same thing was Chuck Schuldiner, because he took death from being like the, labeled as the founding members of death metal, at least Florida death metal,
Right.
and then he basically invented fucking technical death metal
Right.
with the later death albums. But he was trying to go and do like all kinds of other technical shit that wasn't death metal. Like Control Denied was his other band, his side project, which is not a death metal band.
Right.
They were more of a progressive rock, progressive metal band. And it's like, and he died, of cancer in 2001. In fact, fucking Pantera and Death were supposed to headline some big metal fest back, until I don't know what the reason was, but it ended up not happening. But if let's say if Chuck Schuldiner and Dime were still alive, they could have collaborated, and that would have been a fucking powerhouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking with bands like Van Halen that came out in the 70s, 1972, Jimi Hendrix being 28 years old in 1971 or 70 or whatever.
Was he that old when he died?
Yeah, it was Jimi Hendrix 28 or 27.
I think he was 25, wasn't he?
He was young. I mean, he was young.
I'll search it up.
I mean, he's part of the same club as Jim.
It's 25.
Was it
Was
25?
Janis Joplin and...
I thought it was 27 or 28.
And I know he died in 67 or 68.
Was it 67?
I thought it was like 70.
No, I thought it was a 70.
It was like the early 70s he
Really?
died, yeah.
I don't know. All of a sudden, I just...
All right, now it's a great Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, that was like 71 or 72
Born
when he died.
1942, died 1970.
Okay.
September 18th.
So he would be
1971.
he would be 80 years old if he was still alive.
Pretty close, yeah.
1942?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Because it's
yeah,
2022,
November
that's 8 years
27th,
ago. Yeah.
He'd be turning 80. But the simple fact is everybody's in their 70s now.
So he probably would have retired probably a few years ago.
But he was like a few years before Van Halen, and I know if Jimi Hendrix was listening to music, he was probably listening to other people, what other people were doing, and not like up and comers or garage bands, shit like that. What a lot of bands do is they want to try to get a certain sound.
No, he influenced most of those bands.
And around 1972 to 75, when Van Halen was doing their shit, he probably would have heard some of their shit, and if he was any kind of I wouldn't say competitor or an inventive guitar player, he would have heard some of that shit and he would have changed.
Yeah.
Anybody listen to Dead Kennedys?
Yes, I love Dead Kennedy.
Okay, so the drummer D.H. Pellegro,
Yeah.
he died.
Oh,
no
no
shit.
And just real quick, Van Halen, Jimi Hendrix.
He did, he
Would have been a
died from trauma
great
to the
combo
head
for a
caused by
concert.
an accidental fall.
No shit.
Accidental fall.
So
Damn.
yeah, with the advent of fucking I wouldn't say the advent. I mean, I guess it would be with what Van Halen was doing at the time, and what Tony Iommi and Jimi Hendrix would have changed. He would have found something new to do. or
I-
some
I-
new way of
A
playing
progressive guitar player.
guitar. He seems
Yeah,
pretty progressive about his shit.
He would have definitely pioneered, probably created a hell of a lot more techniques and.
I mean, he
styles.
definitely pioneered, rock and roll at the time. His
for
time.
sure.
He influenced fucking Billy Gibbons. He influenced, the guitar players of Leonard
Well,
Skinner
Billy
and
Gibbons
fucking,
did play with him too. So.
Yeah.
So.
And then you're gonna turn around and say fucking Jimmy Page is better than Billy Gibbons. I fucking think not. No, I don't fucking think so. I think he's on par with Eric Clapton. I think he may be even better. I think
Billy Gibbons?
Billy Gibbons. Yeah, he's like fucking. He plays the guitar like it's like most people play it they're dead. It's like effortless. He
Like
knows
his oldest
he knows
buddy.
what the fuck he's doing.
It's kind of messed up that she brought up dude falling or death by fall.
Yeah.
Because I just read a statistic that you are more likely to trip and die than you are to get killed by a gun.
You're more likely to get beat to death by a hammer than you are a gun.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like literally just
Right.
you're more likely to just trip and bam than you are to get shot.
The more you know, that's 2A right there.
Speaking of the dead Kennedys, have they even been a thing for in a while?
I don't think it's been a thing
I don't know,
since
I don't-
the fucking late 80s.
Yeah, I remember being a kid listening to them.
I remember their CD. I had Bedtime for Democracy. That was a good album.
Mm-hmm. Oh, King Diamond's voice change after triple bypass surgery. I haven't heard his voice in.
Oh
lately.
damn,
Who?
King Diamond,
King Diamond.
Merciful Fate. He's been torn with Merciful Fate again. That's awesome.
All right, fan made CGI video for Mastodon. Don't care. Butcher Babies. Never heard of the Butcher Babies.
I heard they suck.
Oh yeah. So
They're
kind
like
of
deathcore.
good-looking chicks.
Yeah,
and-
but they're like deathcore, and they don't play leads or nothing. They're just kind of.
It says the dead Kennedys were active until 2019.
Oh. So Corrosion of Conformity is working on a new album this winter.
Cool.
Uh,
Even though Reed Mullen died, that was a kind of a big hit for
yeah.
them.
Yeah. Torture Squad's live version of Horror and Torture will give you Whiplash. I've never heard of Torture Squad. I guess I'll have to take a listen. Dark Throne, Therion Ground, and more among the gimme metal top tracks of the week.
Therion is what's his name from Celtic Frost, like the front man,
Oh,
guitar
okay,
player. It's
alright.
like that's his current band, Therion.
Sabaton and Epica brought theatrical metal to Quebec. I like how they call it theatrical metal.
Oh, is
So
that
I
what
take
it is
would
now?
Be,
Iron Maiden.
Theatrical metal.
I'm sorry, Therion is not what's his name from fucking Celtic Frost. It's Trificon, or I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Mick Mars is retired from touring, but I'm sure most people have known that. I thought the whole band retired from touring a couple of years ago in their final shows or whatever.
Who? Mötley Crüe.
Yeah, the Mötley Crüe.
Motley.
Nightwish Floor Jensen diagnosed with breast cancer 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Did she have the? Was that the tumor that they removed?
I don't know. I think she just had the biopsy.
Yeah, I guess there
Or
was.
something,
She had a.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Zach Wild acknowledges Pantera isn't a reunion. It's Phil Rex and two of their buddies.
Good. He needs to keep saying it because everybody's fucking saying it's a Pantera reunion.
It's not.
And
I never
people are like,
did
no,
believe it.
it's not. It's
You
not,
can't
it's
have
not.
a
And then
reunion
you
if
have
half the
other-
band's dead.
Well,
Well, you could,
Maybe,
but
but-
it's not. The Abbott brothers are who started Pantera.
Yeah.
Now
Pantera.
Rex has always been the original bass player though, from their fucking early glam era, up and through the end. But Phil was not their original vocalist. Terry Glaze was their original vocalist when they were more of a hair metal band.
Right. So Ivan Moody is not retiring from Four Finger Snatch. Jab.
So it was a money grab or something?
I don't
Change
know.
his mind?
Yeah, apparently.
Probably when he realized he could get more money.
I don't care. I'm just reading these. They're short deals. I'm not going to get
Steve
into it.
DiGiorgio names the one song he wishes Testament would bring back
23
live.
hours ago, Flora Jansen recovering well from breast cancer surgery.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, so it was the breast cancer surgery. So in 3 fucking days, she got the tumor removed. Nice. Some people don't get that.
Nice. I mean, that's.
And where'd they get that done at?
I don't know.
So you tell me England, they're
Oh, yeah,
a
say
bunch
wherever-
of fucking people.
I was gonna say wherever the fuck she's from. I think she's from like the Netherlands or
Right.
Finland or
Yeah.
some
I was
shit.
gonna say, even in the Netherlands, it takes fucking 4 months to get a goddamn cast on your leg.
Oh, but it's
Or a
free.
busted leg.
It's free healthcare.
Yeah,
Now
I,
she can
20%
squeeze out getting
tax.
fucking.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of Canadians on Instagram.
20%
because,
tax isn't bad because we're in at like 20-30%.
Yeah, theirs is probably more like fucking 60%.
They're,
Well,
they're taxed on 20% of everything. Well, England is. They're at 20%.
yeah.
Right, but when you take into account of our state taxes on our food and shit we buy, anything we fucking buy is taxed.
Taxation is theft.
And even some states like California actually have a state income tax, which Florida does not.
Thank goodness.
The federal income tax, we're paying in the upwards of 50%. I know there's a fucking number out there somewhere.
I was about to say
read it
that the
before.
gas and the tobacco tax in California is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's fucking stupid.
taxes
communist.
on a massive
It's so fucking
scale
bad.
here in the U.S.
Well, they got that gas tax passed by lawyering the language.
Right.
So, like, do you not want such and such? It's like, no, go fuck yourself. Just be
Taxation is
honest.
just extortion through your fucking government.
But I've been seeing a lot of Canadians lately on Instagram with, like, Americans going, oh, I went in and got this done easy. It was all free. It's like, all the Canadians are like, dude, we pay for it every day. You know that $5 footlong you get at fucking Subway in America? No, that's like $7.50, almost $8 for your food. It's like, no, we get taxed for it every day. And the wait times are ridiculous.
That's like that stupid ass fucking Occupy Democrats shit. It's like
Yeah.
a dude pretending he's holding like an invisible fucking paycheck or whatever, and it says, "Look, a Canadian's bill after having gone to the hospital or whatever," and then somebody comments and says, "Coincidentally, it's also his paycheck after taxes."
Yeah. So
Yeah.
with
Because it's true.
yeah, and then with people say, oh, get a private doctor. Well, now they're double screwed because the private doctor, a lot more people started going to private doctors and started paying for it because they pay a fuck ton for that. They're all booked up.
Yeah.
So now they're paying for a private doctor that's months down the road.
Yeah, not to mention, you motherfuckers in Canada, I don't give a shit. This is my honest metal opinion. You bitch about our policies and our health and our government and everything. Don't drive the fuck over here and get drugs that you need. Stay the fuck over there and get the drugs and wait for the drugs you need. Well, fuck them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, here's another latest news. Brian Johnson on Axl Rose fronting for AC/DC. It's like finding a stranger in your house sitting in your favorite chair.
I heard a lot of people liked
Holy shit.
Axl Rose playing for AC/DC though.
Missed the whole thing.
Yeah, because you're not tuned
Okay.
in. You're busy on your fucking
Brian
phone.
Johnson's talked about Axl Rose.
All right, Brian Johnson on Axl Rose fronting for AC/DC. It's like finding a stranger in your house sitting in your favorite chair.
Oh.
That's funny shit. What, Brian Johnson? I would love to see AC/DC again.
Yep, that was a good concert.
So Judas Priest, Pantera, and Rainbow members.
Yes, I sent you that. Didn't you see it?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, I remember you sent it to me. Form supergroup Elegant Weapons. Elegant Weapons.
Scott Travis, Richie Faulkner,
Yeah.
Rex Brown, and the
I
dude
showed
from
you that
fucking
too.
Rainbow.
Yeah, but I mean, what? I'm not going to share it with the people out there. Shame on you people.
Shame on you for not fucking remembering.
The
Well, I
Hollywood-
read so much shit. It's like gotta read this to fucking. All right, let's see. Ozfest 2022 will be a virtually staged fucking. Nope.
What does that mean?
It'll be virtual concert taking place in the metaverse.
That's cool.
I don't know. I don't. Watch
What does that
it.
mean? You gotta watch it. You gotta
You
stream
gotta
it to watch
on
it.
your computer.
You
or
can't go
TV.
to an actual. You can't go to actual Ozfest.
Right.
Oh no, fuck that.
Yeah, no.
If I have to pay for it, then no. But if I don't have to pay for it, I'll watch it.
That kind of shit doesn't work. Nobody watches that shit. I don't.
It's like a BlizzCon.
But
we did
yeah,
it for BlizzCon.
yeah, but there was different shit at BlizzCon. I mean, I'm not gonna watch a fucking concert on TV. I hardly do that now.
Now, say I do like to buy,
Except for you and your Rock and Rio shit.
Love it.
I was about to say I do have a handful of like live concerts on DVD of like
We watch it. I watch it.
I have a couple Iron Maidens. I have I have
Never
a Death
turn it off.
I have a Death Angel one. I have a Overkill one. I have a fucking
You never
Manowar
finished
one.
Live After Death.
I know.
That was a good concert. We never went.
I got the Big Four when they were in Bulgaria.
Yeah, but I don't do virtual. I didn't like. I mean, it was cool to see Metallica or who played at BlizzCon. Somebody, whoever.
Ozzy did.
Ozzy, yeah, it was cool to see.
Blizzard
Ozzy
of
at
Oz,
BlizzCon.
right?
But
and
Tenacious
Linkin
D did.
Park. Linkin Park did.
You gotta make John vomit. I don't want him puking in my fucking cup.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll watch one, but BlizzCon was a whole fucking weekend thing, and you know this is gonna be like $100 fucking to have
For a couple
Ozfest.
hours.
You know, I'm not gonna do that.
Ozfest.
I'd rather fucking go.
Pay the $100 and be there in person.
Yeah, be there in person.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Surge comments on the future of System of a Down, downplays plans. It's something I'm not very interested in doing at this time.
Who?
Surge.
Surge.
Oh.
I don't know. He's an off and on kind of guy.
Well, I think a lot of the creative differences came from the guitarist.
Which is like his brother-in-law or something, right?
No, that's the drummer. The drummer is his brother-in-law. They have political differences, but I think the lead guitarist, he really liked to
I don't understand.
push his style.
Oh no, you're talking creative, not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you.
He liked to push his stuff because he had a very I watched an interview with System, and he was very much like, oh, you gotta cater to me kind of thing, and it was kind of
Well, and that's why what you need to do as a System of a Down guitarist, you need to go and be in your own group and do your own
and
solo
do that
shit,
stuff there, yeah.
and then do System of a Down, because you're gonna lose a lot of these people.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not gonna lose him. He's not a System of a Down guy. You lose a guy like me, and I'll listen to the album. I'll butcher the motherfucker right now, and I won't be nice about it. And without Temptation here, I'm not nice about it.
Within Temptation.
You keep correcting me, and I'm saying it on purpose.
I know. I'll continue to correct you.
You must like them.
I thought her.
You knew it had to go that way.
I thought her voice was decent. It was just the production was not good.
Yeah.
It's pitchy.
Yeah. System of Down announced some big secrets in 2023, and that was the day before. All right, whatever. No,
That's
on
big
again, off again.
secrets. Yeah.
Indonesia's prolonged anoxia. Ooh, Indonesian fucking death metal band. I'm gonna have to fucking take a listen.
I'll have to keep that open for.
Yeah, Bruce Dickinson blasphemes about smoking weed at recent Iron Maiden show. It was probably overpowering.
Oh yeah.
It's probably right there on the front row, or
Because there were people smoking weed the other day.
Yeah,
You
I
could
know,
smell it.
I know.
But it was not.
Weed still smells
overpowering.
better than fucking cigarettes, though. I think.
Well, funny enough, Harris doesn't think so. Steve does not like the smell of weed. He
think
doesn't
it's
mind.
People there for the
doesn't mind
longest
cigarettes.
fucking time, I'd almost puke smelling it.
Yeah.
Ooh, Exhumes, Matt Harvey. He also plays with Gruesome.
Yep.
Ultimately, for the scene to survive, it can't just be like 10 legacy bands.
So when you go to go home tonight, I want you to go online, and I want you to choose some obituary songs that they should be using on their set list. Because
So I've been
Obituary
playing.
wants you to choose their set list for the upcoming tour. Help them out.
Oh, I've been playing 2 of them on bass. I've been learning. Well, one I've learned, the other I'm trying to learn. I've been learning. I Redneck Stomp, which is easy, and then I'm trying to learn Cause of Death.
Just
So-
because? You just want to learn it?
Yeah, because I want to play death metal on bass and D, and that's their tuning is D standard. Okay, I wanted to play Redneck Stomp as like an instrumental opener, which they've done before.
Yeah. A lot plays drop D, D, A, E, even death metal in some.
Well, if it's like A sharp, A standard. Not Obituary. I think they mostly play in like standard D, but
Yeah. In the meantime,
I want to hear. Let's see. What do I want to hear? I want to hear. Fuck. I want to hear some shit off of Back from the Dead. I want to hear like Threatening Skies, Corrosive, By the Light. I want to hear some of that shit.
yeah. So you motherfuckers listening from Obituary. Take heed what he says. Play for John.
Yeah.
Or wait, what do you say, shithead?
Dickhead.
Dickhead, shithead.
Yeah, play for Dickhead. You gotta play for Dickhead. Be a saint. Play for Dickhead. You never know. This might be his one and only time. This poor guy might fucking die.
You never know.
Or the next day.
It's inevitable.
Take him as a potential Make-A-Wish.
This is Make-A-Wish, man.
It's
because
metal,
you never
man.
know when he's gonna
Metal's
drop
dark.
dead. It could be after the show. It could be before the show. It could be 100 years from now. We don't know. But this is his Make-A-Wish moment for Obituary. And not to,
You're so grim.
donate to make a wish. These the kids.
We're not actually making fun of them. It was
No, we're not making fun, but we are, and we are not. We're not making fun of the kids. We're making fun of the whole deal. But I think more can be done for these kids. Make-A-Wish, terminally ill kids.
Make-A-Wish, I have to say, is one of the very. I mean, I still think they probably take more of the donations than they actually
Right.
should,
And
but for the most part, in terms
Like taxes.
when it comes to comparing with a lot of other charities like that, they seem pretty
Well,
up and up.
and I know I'm getting this off of basketball. If you haven't watched the movie, watch the movie Basketball.
Oh, that's funny, man.
Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
The kid wanted to go big game hunting.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, just let the kid fire a rifle somewhere. Who cares? Take him out and have him shoot a fucking boar or something like that. That's big game. You can find yourself a 500-pound pig somewhere.
Oh yeah, especially here in Florida
Yeah.
or Texas.
Yeah, but that kid also wanted to poison a water well.
And know what? I'll tell you what. If the kid wants to go big game hunting, you just make a phone call to Uncle Ted, drop him off at Ted's fucking door, and Ted'll take him out hunting.
They'll probably take him to like Africa, like safari hunting and
No,
shit.
it's fucking big
No,
elk
yeah,
or
yeah.
fucking big ass deer or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, up in Michigan,
Yeah.
Canada, yeah.
Something like that. He could do that. I'm sure Uncle Ted would be more than happy to take the sick kid out hunting.
Oh, I'm sure.
He lives for that kind of
So,
shit.
say kid really wanted to go big game hunt?
Not a real
It
kid.
was in
Basketball.
basketball.
Oh,
He
yeah,
goes,
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
go
yeah.
big game
I
hunting.
remember that.
I'm like, I think you're missing the picture.
Yeah.
I want to
And at least
poison
that way,
a water
if
well.
you did go big game hunting with Uncle Ted, they'd cut it up and you'd eat the motherfucker that night. That's the beautiful thing. You can throw on a hell of a fucking barbecue for you.
Yeah.
We need to go hunting soon around here.
Now you got me thinking about basketball, you bastard.
Yeah.
This kid's 9 years old. He smells like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. So anyway, don't ever meet your heroes. I'm just kidding. That doesn't. There's an exception to every fucking rule. You're taking a. It's like rolling the dice and meeting your heroes. Some people meet their heroes and have horrible times. Some
Meet
it's a
them
good
and-
time.
I've met a
Great
bunch of my
people.
heroes and enjoyed every moment.
Mm-hmm.
I've met Overkill. I met Exodus. I met Death Angel. Haven't met Iron Maiden. Well, I met Nico, but you know.
Yeah, Nico. Nico's cool.
Yeah.
But then again, he's pulled 9 ways Sunday.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah. Well, with that, you know, make a wish and you know, make sure kid gets her wish, and the other one, suicide hotline. We haven't brought that up in a while.
No, we haven't.
If you're having doubts or having problems, you know, we haven't had anybody
When in doubt, whip it out.
have anybody email us or anything about
Nope.
any troubles or anything. And you're checking the email all the time, right? So email us if you have any trouble. We can make a phone call and we can have you on the show, bullshit with you. You know, but we won't call. We won't say this guy is suicidal. We'll just say, hey, we got a special guest or something like that. You know, this metalhead.
Yeah, you
Wanna
got to
be on
get
the
like
show.
Suicide Cry-
like a
the whole
Skype number,
crisis
though.
line is 988.
988.
988.
You got to get it. You got to get though like a Skype number so that people can actually call in and just talk about whatever, you know.
Yeah,
whatever kind of
we
shit.
could get a Skype number and you know, put them on.
Be like you're on the air, you know.
You know.
What's on your mind?
Bill needs
You
Talking
can listen to
about
my
metal.
dog hack.
Yeah, talking about death. Dog
Yeah.
sounds like she's gonna
She
keel
needs
over.
some medicine.
That's a 1950s Chevy out there trying to fire up.
You're an asshole.
I love that dog. That is my best friend in the whole world right there. And she knows it. She gets away with it.
Yeah, I've taken back seats since she's been around.
Me too.
So, with that being said, you have a good night and hopefully you have
A pleasant
an awesome,
tomorrow.
No, an awesome Halloween.
Oh yeah.
Remember, don't take the kiddies out. Make sure you put the razor blades in the apples and the toys in the candy.
Don't actually do that.
Dude,
For YouTube and Twitch, don't actually do that.
you're an idiot.
But you have to fucking tell people not to do that
Yes.
shit?
Yes.
I mean, use some common sense, motherfuckers. Yeah, enjoy the kids. You know, pass out candy, be cool. At least, you know, or open the door and throw some fucking spices in their bag or something. I don't know. Just be cool with the kids. And
And if you don't want to give them anything, keep your lights off.
Put
if
hot
you don't
sauce
wanna
on
give
their
them anything,
on their
keep your
candy.
fucking lights off. You know, go to your automatic timer and shut it down.
Yep.
You know, nothing worse than having your kid knock on a fucking door with a light on for fucking 20 minutes.
Oh, and
I'm wondering why the fuck the door won't open, but the rest of the doors of the night open.
don't be one of those people that leaves a bowl that says take one.
Hmm.
I just watched a family that did that, put candy out early.
Yeah.
First kid that comes around dumps the
Fir-
whole
kid
fucking
came
bowl
in,
in his
grabbed
bag.
the whole bowl, dumped it in his backpack, and flipped off the camera.
What do you expect? I mean,
You know that's you know see.
you expect
I
a kid
would
to have
do-
integrity over fucking taking
I
one
would-
piece of candy?
I would.
Uh-uh.
If I was younger, and I'll say that. I'll just start with that. If I was younger, I would watch that shit and I would go kick the shit out of that kid and I'd take his fucking candy.
Well,
I like that
that's
little motherfucker.
That's what somebody said is if I saw that on my camera, I'm
I'd
chasing
learn
that
that
kid
little
down. I'm
motherfucker
taking
a
all
lesson.
of it.
I'd wait till he gets like 7 or 8 fucking houses or 9 houses down, fucking mask, and go kick the shit out of that motherfucker.
Fucking
Leave him hanging upside down in a fucking
clothesline him on his back and fucking.
tree. Like, you little motherfucker.
Don't fuck with my candy.
Oddly enough, that kid's Heath bar would end up in that fucking candy bar or candy bowl. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good night and have an excellent Halloween. And remember, be safe.